This is our primary trainer, a BT-13 Stearman. Has a pilot and a passenger or instructor in the airplane, and it has a 300 horse engine on it, radial engine, and it's very, very strong. It can withstand a lot of G loads that was probably required for the primary training cadets that were flying it.
Phil Pardon has been a fan of aviation since he was a kid.
When I was real young in grade school, I had a friend that we used to sit and draw pictures of military aircraft instead of going to recess.
Now the Lakeview Village resident gives his penchant for planes to the Heart of America wing of the Commemorative Air Force. It's located in a hangar at the New Century Airport near Gardner, Kansas.
The Commemorative Air Force is an organization that finds, restores, and flies World War II aircraft. Our mission is to educate, inspire, and honor through flight and living history experiences. And we want to keep alive why we're free. And the Air Force, militarily, and World War II had a lot to do with that.
It started back in 1957 when a small group of ex-service pilots purchased a P-51 Mustang and restored it.
They were flying up and down the Rio Grande, kind of raising Cain and having a good time. 4 guys went together and bought this aircraft. And then they bought 2 more aircraft. And somebody painted on the side of one of the aircraft, Confederate Air Force. And they thought, well, hey, that's kind of a neat name. We'll just use that. So for a long time, it was called the Confederate Air Force. And then in 2002, we changed the name to Commemorative Air Force, which the name was more indicative of what we're really doing, was commemorating those aircraft and the people who flew them and maintained them.
Soon after, other groups like it started popping up around the country.
They built over 300,000 aircraft during World War II. And when they started looking for them, they were realizing that they were being destroyed and melted down. And so their mission became kind of a dire mission to find and restore one of everything that flew in World War II, which they did.
Today, there are 89 chapters of about 12,000 members in the Commemorative Air Force, taking care of about 180 World War II aircraft. 2 of those planes are cared for at the Heart of America wing.
Well, the PT-19 you don't see here right now because it's in restoration, being refurbished. And behind me is a PT-13 Stearman, and we give rides in that aircraft. And it was built, it's probably in 1939. So it's been around a while and it's in great shape. We keep it up maintenance-wise. And like I said, give flights in it. It was a primary trainer. When you got into the air training, they had primary trainers, they had basic trainers, and they had advanced trainers. So the first aircraft that you flew were primary trainers, and there were 3 different primary trainers, and the Stearman was one of those 3.
For Phil, the Commemorative Air Force isn't just about aircraft. It's a way of remembering the significance of our freedom in this country. A message Phil really wants our next generations to understand.
Well, I want them to know that freedom isn't free, and it isn't passed along in the bloodlines. You know, you have to fight for it, and it's probably good for one generation at a time, and so you could lose it real easily, and I want them to know that. Really respect what we have as freedom and be willing to sacrifice for it.